Thank you so much for joining us for the Continuous Improvement Work Plan, or CIWP, Course 5 with the Office of Local School Council Relations. Some of our objectives for today is to share an overview of the LSC responsibilities to approve and monitor the Continuous Improvement Work Plan, or CIWP, which is how we will refer to it throughout this training. Also, to share the student's role as it relates to the CIWP. To define the CIWP, it is the educational plan to ensure that students achieve educational success. There are legal requirements, and some include the Illinois School Code requires a 3-year school improvement plan for every school in Chicago Public Schools. Also, Illinois' Administrative Code requires that the school conduct an annual review of their programs and progress toward the state goals for learning. Finally, CPS policy requires the principal to develop the plan with suggestions and ideas from the CIWP team. That includes our parents, staff, LSC members, and the school community. The CIWP should include a very clear mission statement, results of state tests, measurable goals, professional development activities and trainings, an analysis of school performance and current conditions that may impact achievement, also a work plan and process for monitoring how the plan is being executed, and finally, a process for the modification and approval of the CIWP on an annual basis or as needed. LSC responsibilities include working with the principal on the priorities and development of the CIWP and budget. The LSC must also hold at least 2 public meetings to present with the principal the proposed CIWP and budget to the school community as a whole, and the meetings must include an opportunity for public comment and public input. Also, request changes and approve the CIWP and budget, and finally, monitor the carrying out of the CIWP. Now we're going to share a little bit about our student responsibilities as it relates to the CIWP. So student member or members, 1 for elementary, 2 for high school, do not vote on the approval of the CIWP. Again, the students do not vote on the approval of the CIWP. When voting on the CIWP, the LSC must ensure that they have a quorum present, and student members does not count towards quorum, which means you can make a recommendation and are encouraged to, if you have thoughts to share, you would just raise your hand and be addressed by the chair and share your points of view at that time. However, again, I want to note that the students do not vote in the CIWP approval. When the time comes to vote on the CIWP, remember, students do not vote. So when we think about the evaluation of the CIWP, I want you to remember that you as a student will have the most impact of the implementations of the CIWP plan, more than our adult LSC members. You will have insights to share that may help the principal and the LSC improve the plan for the following year. So again, even though you're voting on the LSC, you are able to raise your hand and share comment and thoughts once acknowledged by the chair. The LSC will evaluate effectiveness of plan and its strategies, usually done as a part of the annual review. And you can engage in this conversation by requesting again to share your insights with the council. The annual review will determine which activities will continue and if the CIWP goals have been met. Thank you so much for completing Course 5 on the Continuous Improvement Work Plan and thank you for your service on the local school council.